Hey, it's Garth Jones with Keller Williams Suburban Tampa Rentals, and like the 12 days of Christmas, here are 12 thoughts on how to avoid fair housing trouble. So I'm going to start right away with number one, be consistent and not selective when applying nuisance ordinances, especially with people that might be in an FHA protected class. Number two, treat sexual orientation like any other protected class. Number three, act carefully when renters seek to hold religious ceremonies. If you're going to restrict them from any type of meetings or ceremonies, you want to make sure that that restriction is applied evenly across the board. Number four, be careful with rules that apply only to children. Limiting children's use of any common areas or amenities could put you at risk of discrimination charges. This applies to policies and postings as well as your words and actions. Number five, never post or advertise adults only. Number six, avoid supervision requirements for children whenever possible. Never require supervision by a parent or a blood relative. Number seven, never retaliate against someone for making a reasonable accommodation request for lodging or for lodging a discrimination complaint. Number eight, immediately respond to and investigate any claims of harassment, whether by a resident or an employee. Number nine, permissible occupancy limits depend on a number of factors, including but not limited to the size of the unit and the ages of the occupants. To ensure that you're not in violation of the FHA, you should consult legal counsel before imposing any occupancy limits. Number 10, keep in mind that if a resident is diagnosed with a condition, it is likely that it qualifies as a disability under the law. You should carefully consider any request for accommodation. Number 11, anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders do count as disabilities, and reasonable accommodations may need to be granted. Number 12, ensure that any prohibition against pets, whether verbal or in writing, makes a specific exception for emotional support or assistance animals as reasonable accommodations for tenants with disabilities. So none of these were written by me. These all came from a mailer that was sent out the other day. But I felt like they were all worth sharing. I hope you watched till the end. Thank you very much. If you ever have questions, you can always feel free to contact us. We're more than happy to talk to you about what your situation may be and give you some guidance as to how you can resolve it. Have a great new year, 2019.